Kumusta ka mo? Hi, it's Victoria. In today's video, I am finally going to do this in this episode, and this is making my base makeup, which I usually almost always say in my videos, like the base of my makeup is already done, and this, my friends, is my base makeup that I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so I've already finished my skincare routine, and if you haven't seen my skincare routine yet, this is the link to that. Let's start. First product is our primer, and for my primer I use Tatcha. It's a liquid silk canvas. It's a bit pricey for a primer, but it's totally, I tell you, it's totally worth it. This is what the pump looks like. Amazing. It's like a bit matte, but silky and moisturizing, you know? Now that we're done with that, I'm gonna do color correcting first. For my color correction, I use Stila. Well, this is just one of the products that I use because, as you can see, I have deep-setted eyes, and this is very difficult to conceal. As you can see, it's a bit purple or like bluish, so in order to correct that, we're going to use more on the red or the peach tone or orange tone to correct itself. I'm going to use this shade, which is Peach Cream. This formula is actually a bit dry, so I'm going to mix my Kiehl's Daily Reviving Concentrate. This is a lifesaver. And then mix that with the Peach Cream and apply it here. See the difference? It's already corrected a bit, but that's not our aim because this is a bit peachy and we're going for the yellow toned more. I can go straight away to yellow tone, but I feel like this is like an added layer of color correction. I'm going to color correct as well some of the parts of my face that are a bit dark. So I'm gonna correct this. By the way, before we continue anything, I need to put on lip balm. So while we're doing this, my lips are still hydrated. So I'm gonna use Linda Hallberg in shade Famous. You can use any lip balm you have at home. It could be clear, whatever, as long as your lips are hydrated while you're doing your makeup. The next color that I'm gonna use is the Tarte, which is in 35N medium. I feel like if we go to the lighter side right away, I'm not gonna be able to correct that much with the color, and it's just gonna make my eyes look a bit more tired. I'm using Sigma 3D HD. Next is the Tarte Shape Tape in 29N. I really take my time when I'm color correcting. Okay, now I'm a bit happy with that. I'm going to use my Linda Hallberg sponge. It needs to be a bit damp. Next is our foundation. Usually with my foundations, whatever the formula is, I still mix it with my Kiehl's Daily Reviving Concentrate, the oil, so that it evenly distributes in my skin and it doesn't give off that dryness. But you know what? I just found the perfect foundation that I don't need my Kiehl's. And it's Estee Lauder. I really don't know how to pronounce this brand. It's the Futurist Hydra Rescue, and guess what? It has SPF 45. I love it. I love it because of that as well. I'm gonna apply this side with the Beauty Blender from Linda Hallberg, or like, no, it's the sponge of Linda Hallberg. And the other side, I'm gonna, wow, look at that. See what I mean? And on this side, I'm gonna apply it with Sigma F80 so that you can see. Both are good, but I prefer the sponge. For my foundation before, I usually use Giorgio Armani or NARS. Well, I still use them, but I find this to be more convenient because I don't have to mix my Kiehl's oil with this formula. Now that I'm happy with that, I'm going to use a more lighter concealer to highlight the parts of my face that I want to be highlighted. So I am using Pat McGrath in shade LM8. So these are the parts that I want to like pop out more. So I'm gonna use this again, my Sigma 3D HD. This Hourglass concealer is so good. Okay, so I'm gonna refine these with my LH sponge. Okay, so I'm gonna add some of that lightness in my under eye area. Next, we're gonna contour our face, and I'm gonna use Huda Beauty Tantour in Light. This packaging is beautiful, by the way. I'm gonna use my Real Techniques 303. So this is so easy to apply, you guys. I don't want to bring it here because it's gonna bring my face down. So I'm gonna go up a bit, like here. When I'm looking down, wherever the shadow is, that's what you want. Your face becomes like, you know. This brush just makes contouring so much easier. With contouring, you really need to blend out properly because you don't want it to like look different than your face. You see this line? You have to blend that out properly because it shows, guys, it shows. For my blush, I'm gonna use Rare Beauty in Bliss. It's so silky and it blends in your skin so well. You know, guys, I really wanted to hate this, but wow. This is a must for blushes. So my camera wasn't able to shoot what I did to the blush. I put it here, just in line with my contours, so you look snatched, you know? If you put it on your cheeks, that's okay too. For a fresh look, I'd usually put it on my cheeks. But for a snatched look, I want to put it here. For my blush, I also put some on my chin and on my nose and on my forehead. Not as much as how I place it here, just enough to put on some color in my face, whole face. And there you go. Now, let's proceed to my highlight. So my highlight, I prefer a liquid base, but if I want it to pop out more, I go for a powder base. But this time, I'm just gonna go with a liquid base, and I'm going to use About Face in Light Lock, Shaken or Stirred. The packaging is awesome. I only need one drop, and that's enough. So again, I'm gonna use LH sponge, and I'm going to put it on top of my blush. Next, I'm gonna put some on my Cupid's bow, and then some on my nose. Now, I'm going to apply powder. Laura Mercier is still a winner for me. I love this. Apply this on my under eye area. I'm gonna use my Linda Hallberg, like, sponge, I don't know, like puff. Oh, before that, you make sure that there are no creases on your under eye area, like I have. I only use this thingy on my under eye area, and then the rest I use brush. And then for the rest of my face, this is a darker color, not really dark, but like a medium toned color. See that? It's almost, I hit the pan on that one. And yeah, I'm applying it with Zoeva 106. I don't use it all over my face. It just dries out my face and it's not a good look on me. So what I do is I do spot powdering. Is that even a word? Well, anyway, so I put some here and then just here. Not even in the forehead area, just, that's my powder. I don't use it all over my face. For the smaller ones, I use my Sigma F37, like this one. For my eyebrows, so I use two products actually from time to time, and it's either my Patrick Ta or Linda Hallberg Infinity Power Brows. The only disadvantage for Patrick Ta is he does not provide a spoolie. So I have my own spoolie here. So you just rub it like that. This is his like tinted soap. I don't know if it's a soap. I didn't research on that much. I forgot to fill in my brows, so I'm going to use Linda Hallberg Infinity Brow Sculpt. This is just for filling in, guys, so it doesn't have to be perfect. And on this side would be Linda Hallberg. So what I do with my brows is I just brush it up because I have very thick brows. Can't really help you on the brow department in terms of like sculpting it so much because I like it very bushy. There you go. So as you can see, this is more filled than this side. So what we're gonna do, using my Glossier Brow Flick, I'm going to fill in the gaps. Then for my eyes, what I usually use is my primer. It's either Fenty Beauty or Linda Hallberg. I think I have it here. Wait, let me check. Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? I'm kidding. And I just use my hands for this. Then I'm going to set it with powder. So I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury powder. And I'm going to use a Wava 142. You have an option to set or not set your eyes with powder. It depends on the look that you're aiming for. So if you're mostly using mattes, then yes, you need to set it with powder. If not, if you're like using cream base, then please don't set it with powder. Then for my mascara, I usually don't show you what the brand of mascara I'm using or how I'm doing it. So I curl it first with my Muji eyelash curler, and then I use Hourglass Unlocked. And I like this kind of wand, like a sleek one. I don't like the bulky ones. It's just not that easy to apply. If I feel like it, then I use another coat of it, especially if I don't use false eyelashes. And that's it. I mean, that's for my base makeup, essentially. This is it. If you have any questions about this base makeup or any other suggestions of brands, then hit me up in the comment section. I'd be glad to answer your questions or just look at your comments. So if you like this video, please hit the like, the share, comment your thoughts down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye!